Hey there, I have a question for you. How many products did Steve Jobs launch at his 2007 product launch at Apple? How many major gods do you have in Hinduism? And how many major gods do you have in Greek mythology? The answer to all these questions is the same. And if you guessed that the answer was 3, well, you guessed absolutely right. What does this have to do with us? Well, I'm here to give you 3 tips on how you can make your presentations and your communication more impactful and engaging. Well, let's start with this. Have you been part of a presentation as part of the audience and felt that the presentation was just going on and you were just hoping that it would end? Well, a lot of us have been through that. How do you prevent that? So here's tip number 1. Use the rule of 3. What does that mean? Well, do not give people more than 3 ideas at a time. Well, why? Retention. If you give people 3 ideas or less than 3, they're more likely to retain that information. More than 3 usually goes out of their mind. And what's the logic behind that? Well, when you're listening to someone, you're using that part of your brain. It's called the prefrontal cortex. Imagine it's like the RAM of a computer. The RAM stores temporary memory, cached memory, so that your computer can work faster. The prefrontal cortex pretty much does the same thing. Okay? And also remember that the RAM of a computer is limited in its capacity. Similarly, the prefrontal cortex is limited in its capacity of what it will do on a daily basis. So when you give people 3 ideas or less than 3, it allows their RAM, their prefrontal cortex, to actually absorb it better and retain it. This allows you to be more effective, engaging, and impactful when you present your information. So in short, use the rule of 3 to make sure you're communicating with impact. Thank you. I'll be back soon for tip number 2.